ウィンドブルーム祭の本番がもうすぐ始まるぞ。早く見に行こうぜ。
どう？よかったでしょ？
ایونت وین بلوم داریم.
旅人いらっしゃい。シバルマラン AA ランドファミリーに加わる準備ができた？グルメ系永遠に出てくるみたいな超豪華なご飯も。
شرک سینمایی دادم بچه. مسابقات آشپزی هم ایول. کی داره بخوره؟ من میشه من بخورم؟ میشه من بخورم؟ یخو تبدیل کردی میگی یه شوکیس ریز از اسکافیر علیه السلام. کیفیت هم میتونیم بذاریم بالاتر. ببخشید مرسی. آها بده قابل قبول تر شد. توی فانتین چی شیگر خوردی که میبینید؟ فکر کن کرکتر نسلا ریلیز کنن ایفا باید وسط چیز فانتین. آها مرسی که وسط نسلا هم میبینیمت. خوبه حداقل تو وسط فانتین خیلی عجیبی اوستا. من به خاطر ایفا میخوام ویش بزنم حقیقتا. اوکی من ایفا رو فقط میخوام از پچ آینده. چقدر خوب پرواز میکنه. نو وی برو نو وی. اینجا کجاست؟ زیر فانتین احتمالاً. اینجا رفته بودیم قبلا؟ نه اینجا نرفته بودیم. وای مپ فانتین داره اضافه میشه. شوخی میکنی. مپ فانتین اضافه نکن بابا. فانتین بس خیلی بزرگه. تو رو خدا به سومرو مپ اضافه کن. چیز مانستر تو هم مپ اضافه کن. من ژاپنیشو گوش بدم سریعتر میتونم تو بخوام انگلیسیشو بخونم. جین؟ آلبدو بود. یه لحظه ریدم فکر کردم وارکاو نشون دادن. ریدم نکنه کپی آلبدو این دوباره. وای نگو که این کپی آلبدوه. آلبدو چیکار داره میکنی؟ پشمام چه صحنه ای. کایا و دیلو کنار هم. اینجا What؟ این چه خوشگل بود. ویت ویت ریدم. جادوگران این چه سمیه. دو تا جادوگر. یه چه اتفاقی داره میفته؟ هیچ نظری ندارم. آلبدو چرا داره میرینه به همه؟ میرینه به همه چی؟ آجا این تانوس بود. رفرنس تانوس میده. وارکا. صدای وارکا بود. شام صدای وارکا بود. 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 جیزس. اینو بی بالا. اتفاقات خیلی عجیبی داره میفته باشه. اتفاقات خیلی عجیبی داره میفته. اوکی. ریدم.
Hello everyone! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program. I'm Jane Jackson, the voice of Ressa, and I have two awesome co-hosts with me today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of Aoife.
Hey, your turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Cass and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to
خوشحالم
be
که
here.
وایس اوور
And I
دارن
am
اینا.
so excited to be hosting alongside you two today.
Oh, by the way, Emily, I have to say, the way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking support mech. It's a piece of tech, basically. It helps Escoffier in the
دستگاهه.
kitchen and in combat. It's one of
دوم
our
نیست
essential
دستگاه. یه اسم خیلی
utensils.
مزخرف هم داره
But it
دستگاه.
looks so much like a tail.
Yeah, a lot of people think
دستگاه
that.
خود
And
دنبال کننده
considering how it looks,
سنسوردار
people even call
فلان
Escoffier
بهمانه.
a demon chef.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
That seems a little extreme.
Yeah, I'd say so too, but honestly, I don't know much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile. Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
کدای بچه کدای پریموجمو توی
The
تلگرام
hotel is
میذاریم. الان
famous for the
دارم
extremely
واسهتون.
popular and exclusive Gâteau de Bourg.
Wow. Exclusive?
Yeah, only a limited amount of slices are available per
وارکا
day.
صداش اومد.
Escoffier
وارکا
is a
صداش
master
اومد.
of precision
یه صدا ما
gastronomy,
صدای
which
وارکا رو
means
حداقل
she
شنیدیم.
approaches
قبلا صداش هم
cooking as
نمیشنیدیم.
science. She even
این خیلی
develops
خوبه.
advanced mecha to use in her cooking process.
Wow, that's some dedication to her craft.
Of course,
خب
in
داستان چیه؟
Escoffier's kitchen, no dish is ready to be served until it has her stamp of approval. And when she likes something, she gets completely lost in the flavors.
چقدر
It looks
انیمیشنش
almost like she's in
خوبه.
heaven.
That sounds
چقدر
incredible.
خوبه.
What if she doesn't like it?
Oh, then she'd probably say something like,
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. Wow. Intense.
I promise Escoffier is actually
تغییر
very
شخصیت
well
سنگینی داره سر
most
غذایی که خوشش بیاد یا خوشش
But
نیاد.
when it comes to food, she couldn't be more strict. It's all for good reason though.
چیز هد شف هتل توی فانتینه پسر، همون هتل معروفه. آشپز اصلی هتل فانتینه.
So she's not just strict on other people. She demands perfection from herself too.
اصلا همیشه خیلی خوبه. آره حاجی خوشم اومد. پرسونالیتیشو تا اینجا دوست داشتم. پرسونالیتی خوبی داره.
That's right.
بگیرم؟
Without help, even people who
یعنی
have
میگی
short
شیلون
on
اسکیپ
time or
کنیم؟
cooking skills can be capable of making a good meal.
وارکا کیه؟ و آخر اسمشو بگم
That feels
تصویرتون
like a
میام وارکا
personal
کیه.
call out. But seriously though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here.
نه من اصلا پرفکت نمی‌کنم.
Emily, you said Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg. Does that mean she doesn't work there anymore?
قبلا آشپزشون بوده، الان دیگه آشپزشون
She even had
نیست.
to spend time in the fortress of Meripede.
اوه تو فورترس آف مرپیده.
What happened?
تو
We
زندانه.
can't divulge the details right now. But
اوه
all
تو
we
استوری
reveal
کورسش
is
میفهمیم چرا تو
Escoffier's
زندانه دیگه توی
story
هتل
quest.
نیست.
Treasured above all. So be sure to check it out if you're interested, travelers.
پسر ولی پشمام ریخت صدای وارکا رو شنیدیم. همین شنیدن صدای وارکا هم حرکت عظیمی بود. یا اول پس چه خبره؟
culinary showdown in this quest. Not only will travelers get to experience Escoffier's mentorship firsthand, but special guests will also make an
وای
appearance.
حاجی چقدر خوب عصبی میشه.
Nice.
چقدر خوب عصبی
Okay, I see
میشه.
blubber beasts and romaritime flowers. Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts using romaritime flowers? That's not much to work with.
All I can say is trust in Escoffier. She can work wonders.
Oh, I'm definitely a believer.
اینو همین پچ بعدی 56 میبینید. چیزو میگی وارکا رو میگی؟ نمیدونم.
What about on the
دارک
battlefield?
بلو نمیدونم. من فقط
Right,
امیدوارم
let's get
وارکا
into
چه
it.
زودتر بیاد. خیلی هایپن ملت واسش. چقدر انیمیشن
wields a
قشنگه.
cryovision and is a powerful addition to freeze-focused teams.
خب کرای آف فیلد اپلای میکنه یا آن فیلده؟
When
بگیم که آف فیلد هم
Escoffier's
اپلای
elemental
میکنه.
skill or elemental burst hits an enemy,
آه.
she can reduce their resistance to hydro and
اوه.
cryo damage.
هایدرو
The more
کرایو
hydro and
نمیو
cryo
کم میکنه.
characters in
اوکی
the
این
party,
خوبه. این خیلی
the
خوبه.
greater the reduction.
Okay. So it looks like the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah, that's really important. As long
انمی
as the
فریز
elemental
نشن
skill or
رزش
burst
کم
hits
میشه
an
این
enemy, the
خوبه.
reduction takes effect. The enemy doesn't need to
ایول.
be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses and other unfreezable enemies.
بالاخره و روی باس کار
It seems
میکنه.
like
متشکرم.
any
حتما
character
نباید
that feels
فریز
hydro
بشه
or
انمی.
cryo
یعنی روی
damage
باس هم
can
میتونه
benefit
استفاده
from
کنه.
that
دوست داشتم.
talent.
اینو دوست
I
داشتم.
definitely see her being a powerful support in freeze teams.
True, but Escoffier is not just a support. She can dish out damage as well.
دمیج
With
خوبی هم
an actual
میزنه.
dish.
No way.
Yeah, and when Escoffier unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field that follows the active character and periodically
اوکی
fires
آف بیلد هم دمیج
projectiles
میزنه.
at
چقدر
nearby
خوب.
enemies, dealing
طریقت هم
cryo
دمیج
damage.
سرعت دمیج زدنش هم خوبه.
So
یعنی
with her
آروم
ability to
نمیزنه.
shred resistance, she basically buffs her own damage. In addition,
دمیج خودش هم باف
elemental
میکنم
burst
زمان.
restores HP to the entire party.
هیلم میکنه.
Incredible. Okay, so she can buff the party, dish out damage, and heal. Wow, sounds like she's pretty versatile.
Yeah.
Okay.
And thanks to a different talent, she has another ability that really showcases her skills as a chef. If you hold her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental energy and convert it into a delicious dish.
Whoa.
What?
I've never seen a talent like that before.
Okay, so you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus
اسکیلشو
she can
نگهداری
produce
بهش
several kinds of
دمیج
dishes
المنتال
this
بزنی
way.
بهتون
Oh,
غذا
that will be
میده.
so fun to check out in game.
Totally. So take note of this next piece of news, travelers. In the first half of version 5.6,
ناوی اسکافیر
we'll have
وای نه
event wishes for
وپن
Escoffier
خیلی
and
سم
Navi.
نمیشه
A
این
new
بنر.
5-star polearm, Symphonist of Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner. Our new 4-star character Aoife will
ایفا هم
also enjoy
باهاشونه
a drop
هیچی
rate
دیگه بچه
boost on the
کنسله میریم
first
واسه
half
اسکافیر.
banners.
Aoife, no way, bro.
No way bro.
I think that's my line, but I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, and another bit of really exciting news is that travelers will get to spend more time with these two in the new version.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
All eyes are on me. Lowly servants, behold, the almighty Dragon Lord's
یه دقیقه بسنم. نیمه دومو گفت؟ ویت بنرای نیمه دومو گفت؟
Why does no one ask for the autograph of the almighty Dragon
بنرای نیمه دومو نگفت؟
Oh wow, no way, bro. What?
بنرای نیمه اول رو فقط گفت.
Oh dear, oh dear.
وای چقدر ترکیب اینا خوبه. چقدر ترکیب اینا خوبه. من ایفا رو میخوام. من ایفا رو میخوام. تو رو قرآن اولین انمویی که اینقدر میخوامش.
No way, bro.
No way bro.
Seriously, do you even hear yourself, bro? Darn it. Oh, wow. No way, bro. Do you even hear yourself, bro? You're hopeless. The almighty Dragon Lord, His wisdom is wasted on you. No way, bro. See you later. Huh? Ah! Oh, you meant Kukuku and a how. Wow, I feel like those two could argue
کوکو و
forever.
آقا قرار با هم دعوا داشته باشن. این
Dude, you
خوبه.
don't know the half of it.
Hang in there, bro.
You too, huh? Man, this bro thing is really taking off.
بنر نیمه دومو نگفتن
Kuku
هنوز.
is just that infectious.
Interesting.
So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
I thought you'd never ask, Jane. Absolutely. As most of you probably know, Aoife is a Saurian vet from the Flower Feather.
من واسه ایفا خیلی
In that way,
بیشتر
humans and
کنجکاوم.
Saurians live
اوکی.
and fight side by side. Saurians get sick and hurt just like everyone else.
هنوز
So
نگفتن
Saurian vets
بنرا
do a
رو.
very important job in that land.
عجیبه معمولا با هم
Aoife is a really
میگفتن.
good one. In fact,
وای
you've
اورورون
probably
وسط
heard
این
some of
دوتا
his
خدا
accomplishments
میشه.
already.
چه
Like
ترکیب
how he
سمی
saved
خود ایفا
Kuku's
خیلی
life,
پرنده.
and
ایفا
now, of
دوست
course,
دارم.
Kuku
خیلی
works as a
دوستش
trusty
دارم.
assistant.
Yeah, Aoife is practically a miracle worker. I heard Ahau got sick one time, so Kenich took him to Aoife for treatment, and what do you know? Ahau was better in like 2 seconds.
وید آقا مریض شده کنیش آوردتش پیش ایفا آقا تو 2 ثانیه خوب شده.
I
ایفا
wonder if
باش
he can
چیکار
treat all
کرده؟
kinds of dragons, like even ones from other nations.
I
ایفا 4
guess,
ستاره
in
است.
theory.
ایفا 4 ستاره است.
I don't
آره
see
به
why
اندازه
not.
کرکتر 5
Plus,
ستاره
if it
خوبه
was an
ولی خب 4
emergency,
ستاره است.
Kuku could help him get there in no time.
I mean,
Hey,
I heard
Val.
the Flower Feather clan is known for riding kukasaurs, but this is less riding and more dangling, isn't it?
آه چقدر یه پرنده عادی پرواز میکنه. چقدر سرعت، چقدر حجم پروازش خوبه.
But seriously, just wait until you see him sprint. He spreads out those huge wings and it's
What?
super awesome. Oh, and while we're on the subject, if there are any travelers who haven't done the part of the Ochkanatlan World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon, try it out with Aoife. It'll be a completely
وای
different
اوچکانتلان
kind of
میتونی با ایفا
flying
هم بری
experience.
پسر.
Yeah, I see that.
چقدر
Although
خوبه.
it looks more like Aoife is chasing down a patient for a checkup.
عاشقشم.
So, okay,
ایفا
what else
دوپین
can
کرده
Aoife do in
پرنده
combat?
رو.
Well, Aoife is an animo-vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For example,
Okay,
when
تفنگ
faced with
داره.
aggressive enemies, Aoife can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a wind current that pulls in and restrains enemies.
اسکیلشو بزنی ایوی دمیج میزنه به انمی اگه روشون المنتی باشه همون المنت هم میزنه. همون المنت هم ترکیب میشه. مثل شانسگاهه. ولی خب سینگل تارگت بیشتر انگاری. اوه هیلم میکنه.
What kind of team comps work best with Aoife?
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first. When Aoife is in the Night Soul's blessing state, he can use his field medic's vision to increase swirl and electrocharge damage based on the total amount of Night Soul points across the entire
سویل و الکتروچارج دمیج زیاد میکنه به
characters that can trigger swirl and electrocharged reactions.
اورورون بذارش چه سمی بشه.
Characters that can generate night soul points.
وقتی تو حالت نایت سولش باشه
Really flexible unit.
و بر اساس نایت سولی که مصرف میکنه.
In areas with Natlan's phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice, putting those medical skills
HP اون حیوانامون کم بشه ایفا از فولجستون ها استفاده میکنه انرژی های نسلانی که داریم تا HPشو پر کنه. چه جالب.
Exploring the sacred volcano will be a lot easier with Kakuku to dangle from.
What can I say? He is a helpful little guy. Now, moving on to our next bit of news, a new boss is coming in
باس جدید. خب ایفا تموم شد کیت چیز عجیبی نداشت ولی خب میتونه جای جین استفاده کنی اسم میکنم بعضی وقتا جین هم خاصیت خودشو داره ولی خب امیدوارم یه خورده به درد بخوره چیزی که نشون دادن باشه یه کوچولو حداقل بتونیم استفاده کنیم ازش. DPS نباشه فقط DPS چون داره سمه بهش نشون داد فکر کنم من نفهمیدم خودمانم.
Okay, Jane, let's this is where we should
ولی شیلان کنسله. هنوز من بدون جو قراره اونم.
Now, let's kick off the event portion.
Oh wow, there are Natlan characters in Fontaine?
ها
Because of a festival
حاجی
or
ترکیب
something?
فانتین نقدن خیلی سما و چرا کینیت شد چرا رایزنی اون شکلی بود.
Auroron and Aoife are there to deliver Natlan produce for the event. But it's not all veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop of the festivities, a smuggling case is uncovered, leading Kenich and Risley to cross paths.
A Saurian hunter and a prison
کینیت شد
sounds like a
رایزلی
fun
به هم
pair.
میخوره کارشون.
Yeah, right?
نمیتونم
I actually
تصور
have a
کنم
few
کینیچ و
sneak
رایزلی این
peeks to
دوتا با
share,
هم
so
چه
let's
جوری
take a look.
میخوان تا کنن.
Weird. Why is it
حاجی
all
پرسونالیتی اینا رو بذار کنار هم یه
I
دقیقه.
would have thought he was too proud.
رایزلی خیلی خشک یکم شوخه
It
کینیچ
must be
خیلی
because of Fontaine's ban on
بی‌حوصله و
flying
یکم
objects.
شوخه وای.
Exactly. A how and Kakuku
اون
made
راستی
the journey
مانصد چی
all
میشه؟
the way to
مانصد هم اولی
Fontaine
نشون دادن
and
هیچی
happened to
نگفتن.
arrive just in
ایونت
time for
اصلی
the
که انگار
ban.
توی چیزه
How was able to
فانتینه.
hide, but Kakuku got scared and flew straight into the
آها و
Calais
رایزلی
remote.
دعوا کنن با هم.
Auroron thinks
وای
Kakuku will
عاشقش
manage to
میشم. وای
send all
نوبلی
the
تو رایزلی
documents in the Palais flying around the building.
Oh no, that can't end well. Well, what about Aoife? Isn't he going to come to Kuku's rescue?
Don't worry. with
دقیقا
Nerva
چیزی که
Light and
تصور
Risley there,
کردم سر
Kakuku's a
نوبلی
good
بیاد.
influence.
وای
Plus,
نوبلی
he
برو
might even
زهر
learn a new phrase or
مار.
two. Hey, check it out. Risley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess what it is?
Oh,
برو
I don't really know.
وای نه که رایزلی هم
I
میگه.
guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, I wanted to point out there are two dragons in this picture. So, does that mean
رایزلی هم
Nerva
برمیگرده بابت کن میگه نوبی برو.
interpret for Kakuku?
تانکیو برو.
You know,
وای
dragon
رایزلی
to
تصور
dragon.
کن برو
I
کنه.
can't wait to
وای
see
با
how their
نوبلیت بگه
interactions
برو.
go.
وای.
Honestly, I can't even picture it, but I just know it's gonna
According
be
to the
hilarious.
judgment of the Orchis Mechanics
there's
Analyst
nothing we can
Cardinal
say that
Bro.
beats the real thing. So, if you're interested, be sure to check out all the shenanigans in game. And trust me, there are a lot of them. Always makes me laugh. Now, on to the actual amusement park. Let me give you some background.
ایونت اصلی اون
It's
که
called
توی
the Cheval Moran
فانتین
Film
شد. اوکی.
Fantasyland,
قبولت
the
داریم.
brainchild of a well-known engineer and film buff, with the Spina di Rasula in charge of the financing, construction,
اینم یه
and
قسمت
general
دیگه ایونت،
operations.
چیز مهم
Oh,
نیست.
Lapine Paulina's back. Didn't she almost go bankrupt after basing her research on that fake story?
این چه سمی
I
بود.
hope her investment
این
pays
چه
off this time.
سمی بود.
Well, if the traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline
این
might be
چه
in a better position.
سمی بود.
Why am I
ویول
forward
چی
alarm
کار
ringing?
میکنی؟
It's not like that. If you don't trust Lapine Pauline, yeah, okay. Her track record isn't great, but at least trust Cheval
Okay.
Morin and the Spina di Rasula.
چه فانی قرار باشه تا اینجاش. اینو خوشحالم
And
حداقل.
how do we make sure we don't run it into the ground?
Well, if the traveler agrees to come on board,
خوبه انیمیشن
Lapine
جدید
Pauline
بذاره، من
might be in a
راضیم.
better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay, tell
همه
me
قیمه ها ریخته تو
everything.
واسطا.
You
راضیم.
got it, bro. Travelers will be in charge of operations like upgrading the facilities, expanding the park, and managing the staff.
وای از این ایونت
During each
سماس
business
وای
cycle,
از
travelers
دقیقاً
will need to allocate their
نسخه‌ای که
precious
داشتیم
funds
پوشن
and
درست
action
می‌کردیم
to the most
این
important
فانتین
tasks
ادیشنشه
based on their
بچه‌ها.
management needs.
And plus, Navia
اما
recruited
صحبت‌های دیشب
Master
به باد
Chef
فنا رفت.
Escoffier to run the park's theme
گفتم
restaurant.
اگه این پچ خیلی
Dishes
خفن و
she
خیلی
creates
خوب باشه
can
منو
give
فوش
unique
بدید
management
فعلا
buffs,
همچنان
so
در سر
don't
حرفم
miss
هستم
out.
فعلا که اونقدری که
You can
تصور
also
می‌کردیم خوب
increase your
نیست
revenue by
ولی
adding
بدم
different
نیست
kinds of
اوکی اصلا ربطی به
attractions.
چیز
For
نداشت خیلی
example, in
ناراحتم
eclectic
چجوری
escapades,
تو زیر
visitors
آب
can
شنا می‌کردی الان چرا رو هوا
unforgettable
داری شنا
adventures
می‌کنی
where they
تراولر چی دادم
fly
به
through the
خوردش
air or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wow.
Or there's movie masterpieces where you have to use special abilities to reach the end of the stage and seize the treasure. Before launching these attractions, travelers will need to try them out and create a standardized strategy guide for each one so that visitors understand how to get the most out of the experience.
Nice.
Oh, and travelers can also add an
اون که
attraction
تکشون دومین
called
بود
Mellow
وای
Manor, where they can create a cozy retreat for different animals to draw in visitors and increase revenue.
And travelers can also recruit
Well,
some
well, that's
familiar
a match
faces
up.
to help run the park. Among the recruits are Fontanian companions
واقعا
and friends
وحش
from
قرار
other
بزنیم
nations
وسط این
too.
ایونت
Yeah, that's right. By completing
بود.
friendly
ولی خب
encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from their companions. Eventually, these companions will become fixtures at the park and provide even more management support. So,
اینا
long
تو
story
ایونت
short, don't
کاراکترها
worry
میان
too
توی
much.
چیزی رو
You
بعد
don't have to go it
ورسا تو
alone.
فانتین
Okay.
ورسا دیگه برای
that
چی
doesn't sound too bad.
And plus,
ورسا و
once you get
ملوزین
down
با
to
هم
business,
ملوزین
you'll be
اینجوری که تو که
rewarded for your
آدم نیستی تو که
efforts.
گاوی بذار
do tell.
بخوریم
Oh, I will. Reach a certain point in the operations and you'll be able to claim all sorts of rewards,
از باور کن از
including
موقعی جنس
primo
گرفتم
gems
باور کن
and
از
a
موقعی
new
جنس
Force
گرفتم
Arbo, Sequence of Solitude.
Awesome.
میشه
More
نصف کاراکتر
primo gems
برولات
to
رو
save
گوش
for your
بدم
next pull. Which
نیمه
reminds
دومو
me,
نگفتن
we still
بنراش
haven't
چیه
finished announcing the event wishes, have we?
Oh, right.
کینیچ و
Sorry to
رایدن.
keep you in suspense, travelers.
خوبه من اینجا
In
راحت
the
میتونم
second
اسکیپ
half of
کنم
version 5.6,
وپن رایدن رو
we'll
که
have
نمیخوام
returning
کینیچ هم
event
داده
wishes
نمیخوام
for
حله
Kinich and a
مگر اینکه
rising
رایدن رو
showdown.
رندوم بزنیم کانس
Plus, the
دوشه
chronicled wish banner will be returning in version 5.6.
وای
I know a lot of travelers have been waiting for
Chronicle
that,
banner
so
اومد.
check it out if you're interested.
آزوها تو کرانیکل
And best of luck on your polls.
All right.
حاجی چه
That was
بنر
a lot
وپنی
of
شد
info, so let's take our first break. Here's the second redemption code, travelers.
ارزش نداره کرکتراشو بیش بزنی ولی بنر وپنش قابل قبوله واه این چه سمی بود کرونیکال ویش هم همزمان اومد باهاش وپن چیوری خداست وپن آیاتو خوبه وپن آیاکا عالیه وپن کازو عالیه رید هورن اونجاست عالیه وپن یایمیکو عالیه وپن کوکومی به درد نمیخوره وپن یویمی هم خوبه حاجی کرونیکال بنر خداست من اولین بار شاید سر کرونیکال بنر بزنم و نیمه دوم احتمالا بیاد اینترستینگ اینترستینگ اوکی اوکی رفتیم مانستر رفتیم مانستر
Bloom Festival,
رفتیم
once
مانستر
a celebration of flowers, now shrouded in unease. Why is Albedo on trial? Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend or foe?
What tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time? The answers to these questions and more in the version 5.6.
چقدر خشک داره توضیح میده. چقدر خشک بود.
Nice voice.
Nice.
Ah, shucks, thanks.
So, we finally make it back to Mondstadt and Albedo's on trial. And I don't
برگشتی
know what to
مانستاد و
think.
آلبدو توی دادگاه.
Something tells me there's more to this situation than meets the eye.
Well, I've put together some information about the case. Let's go through it and see if we can uncover some new clues. So, here's the deal. Albedo's been accused of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, and the case is being tried in secret. The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have compelling evidence against Albedo, so the situation is serious.
I'm sure Hertha is just trying to do her job and uncover the truth. But there has to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court, the evidence does the talking. Travelers will have access to Albedo's office on the second floor of headquarters to do their own investigation into the case and
قراره خودمون
hopefully track
بگردیم
down some
ماجراجویی
clues.
کنیم اینو قضیه
So I
چیه.
saw Jean, Kaya, and
یه
Julia
جورای
in the court,
معمایی شد بازی.
all members of the Knights of Favonius, which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
Oh, that's Dahlia. He's the deacon of the Church of Favonius, so he works with Barbara, Rosaria, and the other members of the clergy. Dahlia acts as the herald of Barbados, which is interesting because he's also friends with Venti.
Yeah, very interesting. He sounds like a very important figure then.
Well, speaking of Venti, the Dodo communication device is back in this quest. At some point, Venti needs it to get in touch with Alice. But on the first attempt, the line connects to Grandmaster Varka instead. It's only on the second try that he manages to reach Alice.
Whoa, hold on. You just dropped two major names. Barker has been on an expedition for a long time. Sounds like we finally get to hear how he's doing. As for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most adorable Klee and an elder of the Hexen Circle. But I wonder why Venti needs to get in touch with her. Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been skyrocketing lately.
Right? And now there are even more monsters in the city. So maybe Venti is reaching out to Alice for help.
I think you two are onto something. And if we take a look at this map, we can see that a lot of our old friends have joined in on the fight to defend Mondstadt.
من فقط دارم سعی میکنم بفهمم چه لعنت وارانه‌ای داری اتفاق میفته.
Everything. It's the place where travelers met their first companions and embarked on this whole journey. And now it's in crisis. Oh, hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can, but it won't be an easy road. Alice can offer something to help, but travelers will need to pass a trial first.
آلیس میتونه کمک کنه برای نجات دادن مانستاد ولی ما باید یه ترایال یا اصلا یه امتحان پشت سر بذاریم.
I'm sure travelers aren't scared of a little trial.
Okay. Then let's take a look at what
مادر
awaits
کلیو
them.
نشون دادن اینه و یه چیز غیر از این نشون دادن. آلیسو کامل نشون دادن چهرهشو. من داشتم پستای کانال رو میذاشتم.
Alice will preside over the first phase of the trial. The trial takes place on a chessboard, but the rules of chess don't exactly apply. Look closely and you'll notice some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their advantage to create an opening and dish out damage. But in the second phase, there are no chess pieces to use. Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to emerge victorious.
It looks like there's a different Dodoco presiding over the second phase. One wearing a blue hat. Is that a different mage from the Hexen Circle?
Ooh, I wonder which one.
Well, travelers will have to uncover that for themselves. As for the second phase of the trial, let me offer a quick piece of advice. The boss has some extremely powerful attacks, but freeze reactions can help you create an opening.
Maybe jot that one down for later, travelers. So, we know there's murder, an attack on Mondstadt, a Hex and Circle trial, but we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like there's a lot for travelers to uncover. You know, if you think about it, first Natlan had a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in
نیمه
death.
اول ناویا و اسکافیر، نیمه
Then, a similar
دوم
crisis
فینیش
happened
رایدن.
in Liyue, and now Mondstadt is in danger. I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
و این نگو که با هم نکشی دوباره زنده میشن، خیلی بده.
but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll uncover new clues about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll
ناویا رو
even get
بگیره،
one
ناویا
step
خیلی خوبه.
closer to the
ناویا
truth
خوبه
of
برام.
fact.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
اسکافیر کنسل بریم برای پپنای کرونیکال.
Yeah, I think
Why?
we're gonna leave all that
Nice.
hard work to you guys.
All right.
دقیقاً
well,
ترامان
let's
داستان
lighten
قرار
things up
تکرار
and
شه.
dive into the remaining version 5.6
حاجی یه
events.
کد دیگه مونده آره.
First up on the docket is an event that brings us back to Fontaine, where travelers can
ایونت
test out their
فانتین،
tactical
ایونت یه
brilliance
ایونت
in the
دیگه داریم
new
که تو
war
فانتین
game,
فانتین
Operation
سوراخ کرده.
Downward
مفهوم من
Simulation.
نمیدونم.
Dude, nice.
چیز خاصی راجبش نگفتن.
This
حاجی
war game
کلش آف
comes with
کلنزه.
all new
وای
offensive
کلش
and
آف
defensive
کلنزه.
gameplay. The key to success is really understanding your game pieces.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, for example, is it a melee or ranged attack piece? Can it quickly break through obstacles or maybe even bypass them entirely? Once you feel like you know what you're doing, you can test out your skills in co-op. The actual gameplay is pretty simple. What this event really tests is strategy. For example, when adjusting your defensive lineup, you can even set traps for your opponent.
I see a button called Defensive Simulation. Looks like we can use it to test out our strategies?
That's right. And once you set the defensive and offensive lineup that works best for you, the battle is ready to begin.
Yeah.
And while your opponent tries to break through your defenses, your job is to use your chosen offensive lineup to outmaneuver their strategy. The side that breaks the opposing formation first or makes greater progress within the time limit wins.
Wow.
Okay.
این
So it
مود
sounds
جالبی
like it all
هست
comes
تو
down
مثل
to
کلش آف کلنز با
strategy.
تم گنشینه ولی
Alright,
واقعا
so get tactical, travelers.
Now, if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
Okay, let's take a look at the gameplay. Think this is a simple battle for coins? Ha, well, think again. Players will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your advantage, and you might be able to turn the tides in your favor.
This looks so fun. You could just stay in Saurian form the whole time and blast all the other players away.
Oh, if only. The Saurian form only lasts so long.
مسابقه
But
حاجی اینم
even
پی
in
وی پیه
human
که
form,
الان
you
این
have
پچ
Natlan character
داشتیم
skills at your disposal. So the goal is to
و
collect as many
فقط
coins
فرقش
as
اینه که
possible
سورین
to
اضافه
secure
کردن. دقیقا
victory.
همینی که این پچ داری بازیم
So,
کردیم.
this next event is called Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems. I'm sure at this point in their journey, travelers have gained their fair share of companions and have tested out their skills in a variety of different situations. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about.
ایونت ها
Like
بد نیست،
Escoffier,
ایونت های
for
فانیه،
example.
ایونت
Let's
هایی
say
که
you want
قرار
to
خوش
test out
بگذره.
your
دو تا
potential
ایونت
in
پی وی پی
different team
داشتیم
combos.
عملا.
Then I
Okay.
highly recommend trying out this event.
دو تا
Chronicle
ایونت
of
پی وی پی
Shifting
داشتیم عملا.
Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out different team compositions. The event is divided into different levels of difficulty, and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of, so make sure to take that into account when forming your teams.
Okay.
Travelers can also take a look at the challenge record and see how their friends approached each challenge. Could provide some food for thought.
Nice. Sounds like the perfect excuse to do some experimentation and think outside the box.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to some Genius Invocation TCG updates.
چرا هر پچ بر
First, a
TCG؟
new card skin will be added to the card shop, so check it out if you're interested. Travelers can also look forward to new character and action cards added to
شیلون سه دوستم
regular
اضافه
mode.
شدم به کرکتر
Nice. More food for the card sharks.
بازی. اکشن
There are
کاردم.
also some major updates to automatic artistry.
So in addition to the character and action card updates, the elemental reaction effects are different.
Yeah, And during the match, there's now a card refresh option as well as mechanisms for character enhancement and replacement. So the gameplay should be even more engaging.
4 تا کرکتر میتونی داشته باشی. ریدم من این مودو اصلا ندیدم. این چه سمیه.
Surprise their opponents with unexpected moves.
That's right, and finally, the ley line overflow event is returning in version 5.6, so don't miss out.
مرسی.
We won't,
متشکرم.
and let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system optimizations and a cool collab. See you on the other side, travelers.
Bye.
بنر جدید و کدها چه جالب. تقویمش باحاله. اینو توی سایت فکر کنم یه سایت بود اینجوری نشون میداد، از اون کپی کردن. جدی میفرمایید؟ آلیس به شکل دودوکو میاد. وای. بله.
Welcome back, travelers.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Let's jump right into system
اینم که برمیگرده سراغ
optimizations.
بحث
Some travelers provided feedback
patch
that the
نوت‌ها که راجع
brilliant
بهش صحبت
blessing
کردیم، آپدیت
enhancement
خود گیم.
process in the Imaginarium Theatre was a bit confusing, which made it difficult to level up strategically and optimize character turn order. So, in the
این
version
که چیز راجعش صحبت کردیم
5.6 update,
دیشب.
the dev team has made the brilliant blessing
مسیری
details
که
page
انتخاب
a
کردید
lot
توی
more
آپدیت های
intuitive,
باف هاتون رو بهتون
which
نشون
should make it
میده.
easier for travelers to make strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition, rewards will be available for completing the star challenges in the new season of the Imaginarium Theater that begins on June 1st.
You know what would be nice? A restart button after the final act. As it stands right now, finishing the final act takes you directly to the credits, right?
وای.
What if you just missed that last star challenge? That would be such a bummer.
Yeah, the dev team has received that feedback as well, so a restart button is also being added to the new update.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
That should make it easier to get full stars. All right, so this next update addresses another common problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you go to raise a character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's important for travelers to have all the details. But it's also easy to get bogged down in the weeds, so this is something the dev team has been working on. Starting in version 5.6, the descriptions on the talent and constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be more concise, so it's easier for
این
travelers to
قسمت‌ها که دیشب
grasp
راجعش
the core
صحبت کردیم، حالا
information.
کسایی که بودید میدونید، کسی که نبودید اینه که اینا رو مستوبری روش نشون میده، توضیحات اسکیل و برست و حالا هر چیزی که از میگه اسکیل نشون میده که اسکیل توضیحات فلان اینا. تو اولی میگفت توی تاس هر بافی که انتخاب کرده باشه باف رو بهت نشون میده چه بافی بوده. توی سوم برمیگرده میگه اون چستیابو یه خورده بهینه تر کردیم، اون جاهایی که حلقه های نطالا باید بری استفاده کنیم بهت نشون میده کجاست. اون شروع چالش هایی که اون مثلا سیلیا هست و شروعش رو نشون میده بهت از کجا باید بیای بری کجا. و تو آخری هم میگه مپین ها میتونی مثلا دسته جمعی انتخاب کنی با هم یه سری اونا که یه شکل یکی دارن مثلا دیلیت کنی. اونیکال فرقش چیه؟ فرقش اینه که به کرکترهای توی بنر یه بنریه 5-6 تا کرکتر توشه، به یکی از اون 5-6 تا کرکتری که اون توه میبازی 50-50 تو اگه بخوای ببازی، اگه بردی که بردی، اگه 50-50 ببازی به یکی از اونها که اون توه میبازی. خیلی مزخرفه این مورد، یعنی باید وقتی ویش بزنی که همه کرکترهای اون تو بخوای، اوکی؟ وقتی که همه کرکترهای اونجا رو خواستی اون موقع میتونی ویش بزنی. بچه‌ها من روی اسکافیر ویش میزنم، این پچ کنسله، فکر نمی‌کنم برسم به جفتش که هم شیلونه نوت بگیرم هم اسکافیر رو بگیرم. حتی فکر نمی‌کنم بتونستم اسکافیر رو بگیرم. مرچ.
Genshin Impact is partnering with the global beauty brand Charlotte Tilbury to launch 2 limited edition sets. So, let's watch the preview trailer for the collaboration.
کلابریشن رفته با یه برند چیز لباس و اینا. بعد اینجوری که اگه یه بار تو کرونیکال ببازی دومین بار چیزی که میخوای میگیری، مثل برنامه وپن که انتخاب میکنی فیت پوینت داره. فکر کن مونا چیز بدی پسر، فکر کن با کلاب بدی و اصلا مونا تو کلاب باشه. این هم مثلا این همه کاراکتر خفن و مونا. حالا درسته دیزاینش خیلی خوشگله ولی آخه مونا چشم‌بند خواب. اوکی. نوشته بیوتی باکس ریدم. جعبه های زیبایی آرایشیه.
In addition, Genshin Impact's third Natlan OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming soon.
مرسی.
Yeah. The album contains various tracks composed by the Hoyo Mix team for the Collective of Plenty and other regions. So, stay tuned for the drop.
Awesome. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. The music's gonna be so
خب همونطور که گفتم پچ کاملا پچ تکراریه.
Wow.
هیچ پچ خفنی نبود. حالا فوش بهم جرأت دارید بدید. آقا پچ خفنی بود، متفاوت بود نسبت به پچ‌های قبل.
What about you, Jane?
I am just so excited to uncover more about the Albedo trial mystery and to defeat the new boss on the chessboard.
And I can't wait for you to meet Escoffier.
بیلر نیست ولی پچ خیلی خفنی هم نیست.
And I just think you're gonna love her.
And to follow that up,
هفته
Aoife
دیگه
is finally
تقریبا.
playable, and
هفتش
of
روز
course
دیگه.
he's gonna have Kukuku right by his side, but the mini games are always so fun and creative. Oh, just can't wait.
در صورتی میتونستید بهم فوش بدید که پچ خیلی شاهکاری بود. یعنی خیلی خفن. مثلا بیان یه چیز خفن بندازن تو درباره ماها بخوان اصلا حرف بزنن، درباره سلسیال بخوان حرف بزنن. یه پلات تویست سنگین به بازی بدن. نات بد نات بود. پچ بهتر از یه سری پچا بود. بهتر از یه سری پچایی بود که اخیراً داشتیم احساس میکنم. سی آپریل حاجی این داره اینجا یه کاری میکنه. این جالب بود. این جالب بود. این جالب بود. 3 آپریل 3 آپریل 3 آپریل پسر 3 آپریل کثافت. 1 2 3 4 5 روز دیگه. از پچ قبلی و میزوکی که خیلی بهتر بود دقیقاً. وای 5 روز دیگه. این داستان این چیه؟ خیلی دارم میخواد دیگه سر به سایتش بزنیم ببینیم چی شده. من آپدیتش اصلا ندیدم ولی میخوام یه دفعه بذارم با هم بریم حتشو در بیاریم. هرچه بدی نیست. اوکی حداقل ایونت های خیلی مسخره‌ای توش نداریم. ایونت های فانی توش داریم. اوکی امیدوارم خوب باشه. فقط کرونیکال خیلی اوت آف نوور بود واسه من. کرونیکال خیلی اوت آف نوور بود. اینجوری بودن که کرونیکال عصب جدی میفرمایید کرونیکال خانم‌ها؟